What's up, everybody? On a podcast now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about if we're going to get any news on any Pirates thing ever in 2021. So, I try to follow the rumor mill for Pirates of the Caribbean, and there's a lot of things that pop up, like with Johnny Depp and stuff, and a lot of that stuff, I mean, it's important to me, or it's important in general, but obviously it doesn't have anything to do, I guess, right now with these projects. I tend to look at these things every, 6 or so months, because I did remember talking about this towards the beginning of the year. Here we are, we're at, I would say, the end. Is that fair to say? We're at the beginning of October. There's only, 3 full months left of the year, and we still have absolutely nothing on anything Pirates related. In fact, we have nothing while also having something. One thing I didn't cover in a rumor, and it's just because I kind of got scared away from the source. I believe it was from that giant freaking robot, okay? And they said how there's a third Pirates movie in the works. It's going to be a Disney Plus exclusive thing. That's very exciting, and I've actually been saying that for 30,000 years, right? I've said, why in God's name wouldn't you do now I would say a series, like a TV show. Why wouldn't you do a Disney Plus series on Pirates? I mean, they're so brain dead. It also makes me incredibly mad, frustrated, annoyed, saddened, all those emotions anytime I talk about this stuff, because it's just, we have about the stupidest, most, brainless people in charge of all of this stuff, specifically, I guess, with Pirates, and it's just the saddest thing of how they've been treated, right? Also Johnny Depp, and that you can throw that in right there with it. But, that was something I was considering talking about, and then it's like, well, that source, the website, Giant Freaking Robot, them and we got this covered, from what I've seen, are pretty much the exact same in terms of the exact same level of resourcefulness, or actually knowing things. We have heard before that there's 10 Pirates of the Caribbean projects being worked on at this moment, and we only know I guess 2 of them at the time. Now I guess maybe 3. So again, we're at the point where I just want something. I almost want something just to be mad at it. I'm not, we're not BSing anybody here. We're all in the same boat. No Johnny Depp, no Pirates. I have gone on the record before and said, I don't actually agree with that idea. I do think it's popular to say it now because of the whole Johnny Depp stuff, but what I've always said is, you give him a proper farewell, not as a cameo, not as he gets a 2-minute scene. You give him another movie, Pirates 6, you do it right, you say goodbye to him, and then I do think Pirates can live on. Or you could even do spin-offs before it, but as long as you know that one's coming, you can do Pirates movies with other people, without him. I actually 100% agree with that idea, which does sound unpopular now, but it's really all it's really all on him. That's really what it is. You need to give Jack a proper farewell, and then you can do anything. But this is getting... So I guess with all that stuff being said, the only reason I want new stuff announced, or anything announced, is kind of just to get mad at it. And also because I guess it is content, and I will watch these things. I'll just watch them without financial supporting them. And I've said that before. Aquaman 2 is not getting my financial support. I'll view it so that I can have a very strong opinion on it. Fantastic Beasts 3. None of these. I'm at the point. I really am. And I was not here, I would say, a year or 2 ago. I was, talking to you guys in these videos, but I would say right now I'm at the point where I will, watch them, but I'm not supporting them. And I guess you could say, well, you are supporting these. I'm not, financially is the only thing that they actually care about, right? Money. And I will not be, donating to the Disney fund. So that's, I guess, where I'm at. So I don't know. I want something, and I keep saying to be mad at it, but this Pirates 6 or whatever that one, as I've said before, I really think they're waiting on Johnny Depp, which I will say, out of all of this stuff, even though, again, it makes me all of the mad and sad emotions on the spectrum, I will say one thing that comes good, or one thing that is just good about the not announcing anything, is the longer they don't announce anything specifically for that Pirates 6 thing, right? The Jerry Bruckheimer stuff, the one he's talked about, they have multiple scripts and they don't know about Johnny Depp, that, that project. The longer that stays quiet, probably the better, because I would hope that there's petitions going on between Jerry Bruckheimer and Disney saying, please let me put him in, or Disney's well, let's wait till the U.S. case, and then when that's solved, then we can make a decision on this movie. So I would say if there's any shred of positivity in things not being announced, it's that one. The Margot Robbie one, I just want to hear something about it so I can laugh at it. Not even laugh, because it actually comes down to just pure rage. So I guess basically just be mad at it. This Disney Plus thing. Now, Disney Plus that day, remember, I think it's November 12th, is it? November 12th, November 15th, somewhere in that range, where they're going to put, that's the day Shang-Chi goes on Disney Plus. It's the day that Eternals goes out in theaters, but it's also where they're going to announce projects for Disney Plus, Star Wars, Marvel, but also other things. Now that, to me, is the best chance. It's actually the only chance, right? If you're going to announce a Pirates, project, that would be the time you would do it. So hopefully we hear something about it there. And honestly, I would say that one is maybe one of the more safe things, the one that wouldn't make people, like, out of all the things that would make people the most mad, the Disney Plus thing is not one of them. Although I think it still will, and I'm sure I'll be mad, and I'm sure we can still bash it if we want to. But I think you could play it safe. You could do like a Henry and Karina thing. You could do like a Young Barbosa thing. You could do a Davy Jones thing. I mean, there's actually several things you could do that would be interesting, that would be part of the lore and the, history of pirates, I think would please people. And you don't really have to touch Johnny Depp, but you can kind of make it seem like it's okay. Like it's like you're kind of hiding behind it, but in the sense of all of the things that they're doing, it would be the most okay thing to do. So I'm actually very, and again, like, well, I've always said like a Disney Plus show. Now, again, the rumor is it's a movie. That makes it a bit more tough because what would you do for a movie, right? You have to kind of fill in the blanks there. So we'll have to see. And also, like a Disney Plus only movie, like that's still kind of rare, even though like we have I guess gotten it a little bit, but for a thing like Pirates to be a Disney Plus exclusive, so it is again, that's kind of why I don't know to trust those kind of sources. I think it would be a TV show, and we'll have to see. But I just want something. I mean, this is again, every time I think about it, I know I'm jumping around, and I'm sorry about that, but every time I think about it, I just get annoyed and mad. It's like, this is a franchise. Have they looked at, like, money recently? They actually haven't, because they've been losing a lot of money. But if they've looked at what Pirates has done historically for them, you'd think their mouths would be watering, and they'd say, let's get because there's only two ways you could go about this with Pirates, in my opinion. You see the money it's done, and you say, well, we'll milk it, and we'll ruin the franchise, as we are doing, but we'll also milk it for as much money as we possibly can until we literally cannot do it anymore. And that's one avenue, which also still gets you a lot of, properties, or gets you a lot of, like, things that come out, which could be the 10 things that we think, are happening. Then we have, on the other side, you could say, well, we know how, this is the better way. We know how much it does. We know we've treated this franchise like absolute, the certain word, the S word, right? And we need to figure it out, and we need to bring it back in like a very powerful way. Now, that's the way I would do it, because as I've constantly said, when you have 1 through 3 that did as well as it did, 4 made more money than 4 did insane. You know what I mean? And 4 was easily the worst one. I don't think anybody's going to disagree there. Then you have 5, and 5. Again, I guess you look at the history, 4 was quite a while after 3, I guess not that long, but then 5 was even longer after 4. So you had such a long stretch until you got to 5. It was coming off of 4, which was very bad. It had all this Johnny Depp stuff going on in the background. You also had that also, I mean, I like the movie, but again, it's not the quality of 1 through 3. So you have another movie back to back that's just not as good as the originals, right? So maybe word of mouth isn't that strong. And the movie still made almost $800 million, like just shy of $800 million. So you treated the franchise like garbage in the worst ways possible, and you still almost made $1 billion off of it. Okay? That to me is miraculous, and I don't know why we can all see it and they can't see it, right? Maybe it is just Johnny Depp. It has to be, right? Because I don't understand how you don't keep going. Again, either like the milking it way, which is what Disney only knows how to do, or the like, let's treat it respectfully and let's make a lot of money, but let's do it the right way, which they don't do. So like, I don't get it. So I don't know where these goddamn, things are, okay? I hope November 12th, and I really hope that's the right day, but early November, I hope we do get something Pirates related for the Disney Plus. I want to talk about, that's another thing, like, I'm not like saying it for like views or for money or anything like on YouTube. That's not like I want to be excited about something Pirates, which is hard to do. And granted, I don't even know if I would be excited for it, right? However, I just want to talk about Pirates. I guess we could always talk about the old Pirate stuff, and I always will talk about the old Pirates movies. Like, that'll never leave me, but I want to talk about new stuff, and I want to get excited for new stuff, and we just haven't been able, I guess, like, I've only been on YouTube for a certain period of time, and really when we first started getting going, and you guys know this, right? When we started going on YouTube, it was Pirates 5, and I mean, I had the time of my life, the Green Day song. I had the time of my life covering Pirates of the Caribbean. And I want to do that again, but I want it to be special, and that's the other thing, right? Even if they do announce a Disney Plus thing, I guess it'll be special and we'll be able to talk about it, but I don't know if it'll be good, right? Or I don't know if it's going to make people happy, including myself. In fact, odds are it's going to make us pretty mad, right? Because then we're going to always have the talk of like, well, now you're acknowledging the franchise exists, but Johnny Depp, and see, that's maybe the thing. Maybe that's the reason for Margot Robbie too, right? Because she's obviously a big name, and she's doing all this different kind of stuff, and I'm sure there's like a pecking order. Also, we know, like, she's going to be filming that Barbie movie relatively soon, and that Barbie movie, I believe, was announced like right before Pirates that she was going to be attached. So I feel, now I don't know it because I don't know her, but I feel like it's going to, like, she'll film Barbie, and then she'd maybe go, like, I feel like by this time next year, they could be filming her Pirates thing. So I do think we're close, but I also maybe feel like they could give us more stuff about it, and they just don't want to because they don't want to upset people, which is a smart move. But at the end of the day, they're going to have to no matter what, and that's still going to upset people, and that's fine. I despise the idea of that movie. We've talked about it before. I like Margot Robbie. I just don't like at all what she said about it. I have no faith in it whatsoever. Actually, I don't even want to give it like a sliver, and that's actually very odd because I am a generally optimistic guy. I got no hope for that. Absolutely none. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. I feel like I'm back, okay, like kind of the John Wick quote, so I want to talk about Pirates a little bit more often on the channel, and again, if anything is announced Pirates related, we're going to be doing quite a bit of it on the channel as well. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe to the second channel. If you guys want to support us on Patreon or YouTube memberships, links are in the description below. Thank you for watching, guys, really do appreciate it, and hope to see you all on the next video.